Welcome to the blueprint for billion-dollar success. The year is 2025, and the world is moving faster than ever. AI is reshaping industries, market cycles are contracting, and the line between technology and every other sector is completely gone. What does it take to not just survive, but to thrive as an entrepreneur in this new landscape? These aren't just tips. They re-fundamental shifts in thinking that separate the startups that fizzle out from the ones that define the future. Ready to learn what it takes? Let's dive in. Our first lesson is simple, yet it's the one where most businesses will either win or lose in the coming years. Embrace the power of AI and hyper-automation. In 2025, AI is not a feature. It's the foundation. Billionaires like Jensen Huang of NVIDIA and Satya Nadella of Microsoft are showing us that the core battleground is no longer just for data, but for efficiency through automation. The mindset shift required here is profound. You must move from merely using AI tools to building AI into the core DNA of your business. If a task is repeatable, automate it. If a decision is data-driven, augment it with machine learning. This isn't about incremental improvements. It's about radical transformation. Here's a concept I want you to burn into your brain. The 1-0x rule of automation. Don't look for 10% efficiency gains. It's thinking too small. Look for processes you can automate by 90% or more. Because this level of automation frees up your human talent, your most valuable asset, to focus solely on what humans do best. Innovation, complex problem solving, and building genuine relationships. Your team should be creating the future, not stuck doing the repetitive tasks of the past. Let's look at a case study. Think about customer service. The old model was a large support team, answering endless tickets. Lesson 2 comes straight from the trenches of startup warfare. Build a moat of unique distribution. The legendary billionaire Peter Thiel famously taught us to seek monopolies by going from 0 to 1. But in 2025, the game has evolved. It's no longer enough to just have a great product. You must have a unique, scalable, and defensible way to get it to your customer. Ideas are cheap. Distribution is priceless. The graveyard of failed startups is filled with brilliant products that nobody ever heard of. Don't let that be you. Most entrepreneurs obsess over product market fit, and that's important, but it's only half the equation. Billionaires know the real goal is product market distribution fit. This means your distribution method must be as unique and hard to replicate as your product itself. It needs to be woven into the very fabric of your business model. So what do these unique moats look like? Let's explore a few examples. First, community. Building a fiercely loyal, engaged community that acts as your sales force. Think of Duolingo's social learning structure, where users encourage each other, compete, and spread the word organically. Their community is their distribution engine. Second, a proprietary data loop. This is where you use data gathered from your early users to continuously improve your product in a way competitors simply uncopy. The classic example is Tesla. Every mile driven by a Tesla feeds data back to the network, improving its autopilot software and creating an ever-widening gap that competitors struggle to close. Their data is their moat. Another powerful moat is a high-leverage content engine. This means creating specialized content that completely dominates a niche, making you the undisputed authority. Look at the Alex Hormozi model. He gives away immense value through his books, videos, and podcasts, building massive trust and attracting his ideal customers directly to his portfolio of companies. His content is his distribution. Here's your actionable takeaway. Before you write a single line of code or design a single prototype, spend at least half of your strategy time designing your distribution engine. Ask yourself, how will I reach customers in a way that is either ridiculously cheap, ridiculously fast, or impossible for others to copy? The answer to that question could be more valuable than the product itself. Our final lesson is the one that separates the quick flip from the enduring empire. Play the infinite game of long-term value. Legendary investors like Warren Buffett have built their fortunes on a simple principle. The big money is not in the buying or the selling, but in the waiting. Short-term profits are tempting, like a sugar rush, But true generational wealth comes from building a business that can compound its value over decades. This requires a fundamental shift from short-term thinking to a long-term vision. Billionaires prioritize initiatives that compound, not just those that offer linear growth. This means investing in things that might not show up on next quarter's balance sheet, but create exponential value 5, 10, or 20 years down the line. What are these things? They're brand equity, building a name that people trust and love. They're talent development, investing in your people so they grow with the company and become its future leaders. And they long-term R and deep placing bets on innovations that could change the game a decade from now. This mindset also breeds resilience. The roller coaster of entrepreneurship is brutal. It demands persistence and the ability to look failure in the eye and see it not as an end, but as an education. In the infinite game, setbacks are not reasons to quit. They are expensive tuition in the continuous learning process. Failure is just data. It tells you what doesn't work, so you can get closer to what does. Your objective as a 2025 entrepreneur is to build a foundation so solid and a mission so compelling that your company could theoretically run forever. You achieve this by focusing on 3 key pillars: passion for what you're building, rationality in your decision-making, and relentless persistence through the inevitable storms. So there you have it. Build a unique, defensible distribution moat that's as innovative as your product, and play the infinite game of long-term value, focusing on compounding and resilience. These are the 3 pillars of billionaire thinking that will define entrepreneurial success in 2025 and beyond. The blueprint is in your hands. Now go build your empire. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.